Holy heck. Okay. Crazy stuff here. All right. I know. I'm not ready. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. This was a revelation that came to me today because I was ready for it. Are you ready? Okay. Let's see if I can clarify it just as well as I did like to myself a second ago. Okay, so back up. Let's just start from the beginning, okay? So I love this woman named Brooke Castillo who just puts on this podcast that's like the most eye-opening podcast ever all of the time. I literally like sit there and just like love it. Anyway, so she said a question, or she brought up a principle. It's like, hey, people give shallow answers when you ask shallow questions, but like, and when people actually genuinely feel like you want to know how they feel, they will open up to you and talk to you about it. And so not only should you do that for others, but you should also ask that of yourself. Say, how do you feel? How do you feel right now? Like, how do you feel right now? How do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? But how do you feel? What is your emotion surrounding this experience, surrounding your present moment? Like, what is your emotion? Okay? So, like, that's insane. And it was like, Brooke, that's a big ask. Because, like, I don't have, like, it's hard for me to be like, okay, here's my emotions. Like, because I feel like I have a bunch of negative emotions, right? Like, I just feel like I have a ton of negative emotions. And I'm learning to, like, be able to sit with them, and like every time a negative emotion comes up, I'm like, hey, can I sit with this for a little bit before I just like automatically dismiss it? Can I sit with it? Because if I can sit with it, then I can sit with anything. I can go through any experience, right? Like if I can feel any emotion, right? Because that's all that experiences are just, and the only thing that prevents us from having experiences is our fear of like experiencing that negative emotion, right? So anyway, so I was like sitting there asking myself how I'm feeling, and it was just like, I'm excited about things. I'm excited about this opportunity. I'm excited about this opportunity. I was scared at first for this opportunity, but now I'm excited for it. Which is exactly like, that's just insane, right? Because you're just like, I felt at that moment, I was like, I can look at any mindset that I have, whatever negative it is, and because I was able to change it to the positive, change it to affirming and not negating, I can do that with any of my mindsets. Like, that's the principle here. I can look at any depth of my mind, any part of my mind that's just like, oh, I have a negative thing here. I have a negative way of viewing this, and I can change that because I have the ability to change my thoughts, right? I have the choice to choose what I'm thinking, more or less, but like I have a choice to like look at my thought and say, do I want to keep this thought? Yes or no? And then I will. And so what that means is that I can look at any mindset I have. Like it's just like I can look at any mindset I have, and and like obvious, like this is the crazy thing, like those were easy ones for me to just like kind of flip over in my mind and be like, no, there's a positive here, no, there's a positive here. And like I'm sure that there are mindsets, right, that I have that like it's going to take more than a moment. Maybe not. Maybe it just takes a moment for me to look at it, say, oh, hey, this is my emotion on this. I don't have to feel that way. I can feel this way about it, and I can think these things about it. And so here I go, thinking these things about it, feeling these things about it. I can change it. That's so powerful. That means I can go through any experience. That means I can change any experience for my good. That means I just became super powerful. Like that's what, like I just have all of the permission to go explore any of my mind that I want to. Like that was the call right after I received that revelation. It was like, go explore your depths, go explore the depths of your emotions, because guess what, you have the ability, and you know that you now have the ability to change whatever way you're thinking that you don't want to have in your mind. And like thinking leads to emotions, and emotions lead to actions. Like the reason that we act is because we want to feel a certain way. And it's just like all tied up together. And I don't know, I'm like almost hyperventilating here. That was such a big revelation. I really I'm just like, now I need to go explore the depths of my mind, because I know there's lots of different mindsets that I don't necessarily want to have, but I know I can change them now. Like, I know I can change them. I've been changing them. Like, you can just take it, say, and it's enthusiasm. For me, it's enthusiasm. I can be enthusiastic over anything. Like, that's what can come up. Like, I can change any negative emotion to a positive, enthusiastic one. That's insane. That's my superpower? Heck yes, please. I will love that superpower. That means I can be and do and say anything. And like, I know it's like, okay, well, you don't want to do and be and say anything. It's like, no, I want to be myself. I want to have all of my loved ones around me. I want, it's so good. I want to ask them how they're feeling. I want other people to do that for themselves too. I want to be the example to show people how to be great, to experience whatever emotions that they are, to be able to change them. And honestly, like, here's the thing. I know food is a big impact on my life. Like, I cannot physically change those things if I don't have the chemical composition in my brain to change those. Like, if I don't have the chemicals that I need, then like, no matter, like, my willpower is just like kind of not there to change them. So like, I need good food, right? Like, I need healthy food, and I need exercise, like all the different like just physiological basic needs and stuff like that. Those need to happen. But like, as soon as those happen, which it's not that hard for them to, okay, it's not that hard for me to get those met if I put a little thought into it. I will say that. Then I can go on to creating whatever in my mind I want, to creating whatever mindset in my mind I want, to creating whatever thoughts I want currently in my mind. Like, I have all of that ability. And that's just like so powerful. And so like, the call was, right, like, again, I'm just re-emphasizing this for me. The call was for me to go explore the depths of my mind, to explore the depths of my thinking about things, and to see which ones I'm okay with and what ones I want, and then to also change a bunch of them. Like, just, you know, even just to try it out, even just to try out the thinking differently about things. Like, that is something I am more than willing to like go through. Like, anyway, so big revelation for me. Had to write it down. I had to record it. Honestly, this is going to be the most way that I remember, because it's a video and I can just like look at myself and judge myself, like not having my hair done and everything like that, and just like whatever the shaky camera's been doing in my right hand, because I've left hand dominant. Anyway, those are all irrelevant things. Ask yourself how you're feeling, and I promise you, if you go down that road and explore it, you will find ways. You will find yourself. I'll promise you that. All right, have a great day.